Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special, I don't know, not a press conference because, we don't want people around here. It's just us three, but the press have sent in some questions. This is I guess, a hype package, a hype video, just a little behind the scenes, a little get to know what's happening for GV Day. Because as we said, we are doing an 8-hour stream, possibly longer, if you join Patreon that day or put your tier a little bit higher, re-up it. We will go longer than that, and we got a bunch of events. You can go down below for everything you need to know there. 4 events in total, but one, a big one. It's the 4th wrestling match in total, but a first time ever, the first ever triple threat match with myself, Taylor Field, and Kirklin Patson. We've been on a long road here because at one point I challenged Taylor and he said yes, but then he had a doctor's note and said he couldn't do it. So, I had to do a little thing here, a little thing there, Well, that's the point where Taylor agreed. So then he came down to picking a referee. So, Kirkland had a little unfortunate accent there, but by the time it came to sign the contract, someone had already signed on Taylor's name. It was Kirkland Patzers. So we went to the lawyers, my lawyers, the GV lawyers, Taylor's lawyers, Kirkland's lawyers, lots of lawyers involved. And even Dill Must had to chime in there, and they thought the best route to go is just a classic three-way. Every man for themselves. So, Taylor, it's been a little bit, but how are you feeling going this match? Broke into your house, tacked you a couple times, a couple other things. How are you feeling about how we got here? And then what is your mindset going into the first ever triple threat match? Because it's not just me you got to worry about. It's also the man down below there. And we don't know what he's up to.
I'm not worried. I mean, I've gone through 3 matches already. I'm a seasoned veteran. I know all your tricks. I mean, granted, you sneak into my house. That caught me off guard. But when we're in the ring and we're fighting, I know your tricks. I mean, there's nothing that you're going to whip out that'll surprise me. I am surprised that Kirklin is popping into the ring, though. I mean, that's new news. And, I mean, it's just going to be hopefully like I don't want to see you guys teaming up because if I have to just take you both down, it's going to be embarrassing for you guys. But I mean, I'm hoping Kirkland can kind of be a little bit. Kirkland will be a little bit sympathetic. I mean, we're friends, and hopefully he won't, betray my trust and team up with you.
Sympathetic. The man you had a one-on-one match with me. I finally conned you into getting your, quote unquote revenge, but he took your one-on-one match and made it 3-way. I don't know why you think that he might favor you in that situation.
Well, he's reffed, and I think he just wants to be involved more in the action. He wants to be in front of that camera some more, and I don't blame him. I mean, it's nice to be on the spotlight.
Kirkland, hear that he's saying it's your ego, not the fact that I attacked you in a parking lot, which I was just repeating history because if everyone doesn't remember, Taylor actually did that first to Kirkland, broke his hand, wearing a pantsuit disguise. Just want to throw that out there. You did. There's video. Me. There's video proof. Me, I just knocked Kirkland. Oh, that's about it. But Kirkland, he's saying you're just doing this for like fame and fortune, not for anything else.
I mean, I'd be lying if it wasn't a portion of it. I feel like ego is definitely, it's always a factor, especially, we podcast, like we all got egos. We all like to have people hear our voices. But more than that, I want people to see me raise a wrestling belt. I did ref a match. I did get involved kind of involuntarily with some of the action. And when I'm there, when I'm wearing the stripes, I'm just looking at these two chumps and I'm like, I can kick their ass. I can do this. This is pretty easy. I could take this penny off. I could take them both on. So it's more so of just maybe proving to myself that I can do it, as opposed to really just trying to do it for the cred, although that is an added bonus. But I think it's very achievable for me to not only enter the ring, but also be the only one left standing.
You see, I'm going to take over the slot here. I've tried to tell this. Now you got Kirkland, you got Taylor. I've tried to say this for years, that I am not the bad guy. I'm trying to change the story here, change my story, that Taylor has put out lies and falsehoods and all this good jazz. And I've given you a whole plethora, docuseries, podcast, goes years back of the lies that Taylor Field spreads. And now you got Kirk and Pats over here just saying I'm not doing this for people to hear my voice. I'm not doing this for the benefit of myself. Doing it for the benefit of all of you, because I think I have something to offer to all of you to enlighten you and to make your lives just a little bit better. But Kirkland and Taylor, they're just making it all about themselves. Taylor already trying to pitch some sort of team ups and everything like that. and I guess there's a correction. I was here for you, the people, but you know what? As I've said before, fuck the people. I've let that happen where you guys and your opinions, I don't care, because I know before the match there's going to be a Twitter poll, and I'm sure I'm going to be last, even though I've been training as hard as possible. I have not been on a 5-day gym regimen in years, but I have been because I knew this was coming up. I'm going to destroy these people. And that's what I was going to say, and I will talk about my strategy. My strategy, you know what? I think these guys, they talk a big game, but they're nowhere near physically prepped like I am. And there's somebody that I think that's going to get in the way for both of them, and that's something that Kirklin was just referring to, and that's their ego. I think it's going to... they're going to eat each other apart. They're going to just annihilate one another because for both the reasons they want a piece of this action. They know where the money is. They know they don't want to pin each other. They want to pin the fucking king over here. And I think that's what's going to happen is these guys' ego is going to get too big for the bridges. Especially, listen to Mr. Kirkland. Likes to hear his own voice. Taylor Field always talking about something. So my strategy is just... 1, powerhouse them, use my strength, and 2, just see what happens. And as I've said before, this time, I've told Dylan this. He knows some stuff. This time, the match is at my territory, my house, my property. Other times, it's been on the wild. Other times, it's been Taylor Field's property. There's going to be no fucking Madison popping up here with a hose costing me the match. So that has a big thing. I know every inch of this place, and I may got a trick or two. I don't have to bust it out, but if I feel like there's some scuttlebutt, some tomfoolery between these two, I have no problem bending the rules a little bit, which again, there are no rules. It is a no DQ match. But if I have to get some help, if I got to do a couple of tricks, I have no issues anymore because I'm not a man of honor. Taylor Field and even Kirkland took my honor. But Taylor Field, what's your strategy going into this?
I just need to have a clear headspace. I feel good about being able to be zipping around, deking around, but it's always a different change of scenery where we're doing these fights. And so I got to make sure that I'm on my toes because I don't know what to expect. I mean, you're breaking into people's houses now. I just don't know if you're going to be setting traps up. And we don't have a proper ref on site.
You drove me this.
No, we don't have a proper ref on site because the ref is in the match now. So who's inspecting the location? Who's, doing the approvals, the checks? I mean, you're going to have secret weapons hidden in items. Like, I don't know. It's shady. And I disagree with it, but I'm not gonna back down because the contract's a contract. I'm here, and I'm just gonna have to deliver and do my best to anticipate with my clear mind any kind of crazy shit you're pulling out of thin air. Because I don't want to be home alone in your home. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, might be the best route, Mr. Patzer. What's your strategy? The press wants to know.
I mean, yeah, obviously I don't want to reveal all my tips, tricks, and secrets, but being someone that's observed your guys' wrestling in the past, even officiated it at some point in time, I was able to kind of read certain patterns that you fall in. And, everyone likes to be unpredictable, but there's only so many little tricks that you can pull from. So I feel like I have a pretty solid understanding of at least the opening plays that you'll be making to the match. Obviously, once the fists get flying, the elbows start getting raised, you just go animal instincts, which, I might not be the most physically daunting when it comes to pure strength, but I got rapid agility. You should see me on the ladder, just the ladder drill, man. I'm just quick feet, quick toes. So I don't think you guys will be ready for that coming in, like I said, with my already pre-established knowledge of certain patterns you both fall into. But yeah, I think that's all I'll say for now. I want to keep most of my secrets, under the cuff.
Okay, and speaking of, you said for your first time, that's another question from the press for all of us is, Kirklin, what do you feel going in for the first time? Because like you said, you're a referee, you've watched before, but how do you feel going in there for the first time? Are you worried about potential injury? Are you worried about, certain injuries that you could give people that you might want to, or even like Taylor, does it not even matter? You're just fine to just also break his already broken neck. Like, what's happening here? There's a lot of, I don't care if you have no ill will for me. That's fine. We got to do our jobs. But
I mean, yeah, for Taylor, if he's agreeing to get into the ring, you can't just blame your sore neck for whatever reason. Like,
we agree there.
Yeah, exactly. And then What was the first part of your question? I'm sorry, I was.
How's it feel going the first time?
Yeah,
the
going
debut?
into it. I mean, I wouldn't do it if I didn't think I could come out the victor. I feel like if you're gonna half-ass something, what's the point of even doing it in the first place? And I'm entering that ring for blood and vengeance. I feel like, although I haven't been defeated by you personally, I've been emotionally attacked maybe throughout the years on and off of the wrestling ring. So yeah, I got a lot of, I don't want to say pent up aggression, but just maybe a lot of things I want to prove to myself and others that referees can do this. They can take on wrestlers. And yeah, I think that's so, for my feeling, I'm feeling ready. I'm feeling like I can win, and no fear under this skin.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't say you got fear. I am curious of how it's gonna go. I am somebody that I'm happy you're getting in the ring. That wasn't my intention here, but I'm happy you're getting in the ring because you deserve a beating of your own. After 2 matches, you've been the referee, and 2 times you've screwed me over or somehow gone the way, whether it's accidental or not. And I'm not discounting you. I'm not gonna just think, oh, it's his first time. But at the same time, you don't know what the pain's like until the next day or till you're in it. And that's gonna be the make or break thing. You got lots of talk. You got this momentum. You got this drive to come in here and get some payback. But until you've been hit with a weapon, until you fall from something high, till you twist an ankle, people think it looks easy. It's not in the moment, and that's where we'll see if Kirklin has the make or break in him. You've not have to gone through anything like this before. So, Taylor Field, how you feel about Kirklin's first time here? Are you prepared? Because you guys again need more teamed up and friendly, but you're gonna have to duke it out here.
That's the thing.
One winner.
He wasn't showing all of his cards. I can respect that, but at the end of the day, it's scary because I have to deal with the unpredictability of being in your zone or your location, like I said, and I also have to deal with the unpredictability of not knowing what Kirklin's moveset is. What's he going to be doing? I mean, I've only seen him do the reffing, and I've not been consciously there to see him do any of the fighting, so I don't know what he's going to bring. And does that scare me? Yeah. Do I lose sleep at night? Every fucking day. But I'm still going to be there, and I'm going to make sure I'm going to take sleeping pills. I'm going to make sure that I'm knocked out. I'm going to be able to rest, and I'm just going to get that full at least 8 hours minimum for that fight day.
He's going to fucking pass out during the match. My God. He's just going to come in there easy pin. Jeez. Yeah. My God. Finally, Taylor, last question for all 3 of us. What does this match mean to you? What does it mean in the grand scheme of things going for the win? What is your final thoughts on what's going to go down here for GeekVerse Day?
I mean, it means everything. It means just as much as my marriage does. Like, this is wow. This is huge. It is impactful, and everyone that's showing up to GeekVerse Day, I mean, this is about representing them. You say fuck the fans, I'm for the fans. I just want to make sure people and these fans of the GeekVerse community just see justice and feel that hope inside. I remember when that last match was rolling around, the community was just praising, like, yeah, let's go Taylor, let's go Taylor. Everyone was just cheering me on, like, you know what, I'm not gonna fail you. I'm gonna do it for you guys. So this means a lot. And I'm looking forward to it.
See, and that's where I'll pick up where Taylor says those fans motivate him because they're cheering him on. This go around in the past, maybe it bugged me, maybe it deterred me, maybe it made me mad, but that is motivating me more than anything. Those screams of being offended, those screams of, oh, you can't go this far, you can't break into Taylor's home, you can't attack the people you work with. We can't hear because we got great contracts here. And that's why I said it's all about changing the story. This should be a null issue. I won years ago, but Taylor says that a knockout doesn't count. And that's why I'm going to be happy to, whether it's Kirklin or Taylor, pin those shoulders to the mat. There's no fucking other random referee. It's all of us. It's a gentleman's agreement. That's what the lawyers decided. There's videotape of it, so there's going to be no arguing here when I get that pin. And this is something I desperately need because everything else in life is going swell. Happy wife, happy kids, job podcast. I have no complaints. We've made a movie this year, and it's a great bond we'll share forever. But you know what? To get over that hump, because maybe it will be the end of GeekVerse. If I don't win this, maybe it's going to be time for me to walk away because I'll have to do something on my own and not have the shadow of Taylor and his buddy Kirklin.
I don't think
trying
you'll
to
be
fuck me
walking
over.
away. You're gonna be pretty battered and bruised,
Yeah,
be
well,
wheeled out.
Yeah, well, I'll stroll away with my fucking shares and then we'll talk about it then. But that's not going to happen because I am going to do everything in my power to make sure this happens. I hope every one of you that hate me and don't like listening to this and drop a 1-star because I'm on the podcast, this one is dedicated to each and every one of you. So, Mr. Patzer, I'll give you the final word here. As is your first match, I'm a gentleman. Again, it was nothing personal. Maybe it's a little bit personal, but it wasn't too personal. But you're in here. You're in the thick of it now. And your final thoughts as we go into Geek First Day.
You're saying like it's not personal. I feel like this is anything but not personal for me. This is the most personal of a match it can be. Because we got history, all of us, and I feel like to really just settle it on the mat is it's a very fitting way to. I don't even know what's gonna happen after. Like this might just certain people might not even walk away after this match. Like I'm prepared to die on that mat. I've updated my will, and it might go that route. Like I've seen you guys play by refereeing, and now that I'm involved, I don't even know how I'm gonna stop. I feel like I'm just gonna keep going without obeying any sort of ref, whoever wants to try and officiate this match. So. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I'm just gonna leave it all on the mats, and may the odds be in my favor because I'm wanting to win this.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This Saturday, 8 a.m. That's when it's gonna start. Dylan and Connor will be on the commentary team again. No referees, no rules, weapons allowed. My house, the three of us. First pinfall or submission wins. We will be there. And luckily, we are going to be pre-recording it because we have a long day of streaming. So don't worry. The stream's not going to be canceled because of our match. We have to, we have contracts we have to fulfill or, those shares go away. So we are businessmen. But who knows? Maybe after that, things will be impacted. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, it will not be boring. And we'll see you for Geek First Day.